just fucking lie to me. They have a duplicate Oval Office in the bunker. Just go into that one and be like, yep, still at the White House. Everything's fine.
Definitely right here in the White House. Hello, and thanks for joining us for another episode of the What a Disaster podcast, where we watch and review a disaster movie as close to weekly as we can possibly stand. I'm Liz Bedore, and this week I'm joined by Richard Sawasinski
Hi. Hi, Greg.
and Gregory
Liz.
Allen.
Never heard of him.
Liz, not Greg.
Yes, this is excellent. The trio is here once again. It's Halloween month.
Halloween.
So Halloween Greg is here.
Spooky
You'll hear all
Greg.
sorts of voice costumes today. All right,
Is this
seriously,
Spooky
though.
Liz?
Is Spooky Liz here?
Spooky Liz.
You
is
were
here.
just that.
We got Spooky Liz. We got Dumb Richard. It's not a very good costume because it's pretty much his year-round thing.
It's just what you always say to me. It's so cute. Dumb Richard.
You know when it's cute
Nice.
is when you stop being so stupid.
It's nice of you.
Like when you try, that's when it's cute. You're
Oh,
like,
yeah.
look, Greg, I found a book. And I'm like, dude, that's not a book, it's a toad.
I read
And
it to the end.
He cries every time, yeah.
To
I
my
read
defense.
it though.
To my defense, it was a very book-shaped toad.
I got to get our dragon out up front still.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the
That'll be-
dragon. Yeah.
I was going to put it out today after they mowed the lawn, but then
That's how you find the
I got
castle.
home pretty late and I don't really want to do anything.
Do you guys go
because I'm
knocking?
exhausted.
Knocking on doors.
We
You and
don't
the kids?
knock, we just yell trick or treat.
Okay, but you're gonna do it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it's fun. The best part of having kids is eating their candy.
I think some kids don't do it now. Like a lot of kids don't go.
I mean, our neighborhood's flush
Poppin'?
with children.
Flush.
Yeah.
Perfect. I know
Yeah.
where to go this Halloween.
Yeah,
I mean,
if you want to
yeah, they hang. Let's see the kids
You wanna
having
hang
fun.
out
Get
with
those
some-
king-size candy bars
some
over
kids
here.
to...
Give
There was
myself,
a house a couple doors down, I think, doing the king sizer or the
Oh, man.
regular sizer.
give myself a couple kids and a couple king size
Mhm.
candy bars. Salad night.
That's a good haul.
It's yeah.
Solid investment.
They come with they're like the kids with the pillowcases. They just come with their own sack.
Come with it like
You
pinatas.
just grab them and go, like Costco for children. What are we talking about today?
Kidnapping kids.
No, what movie, Ricardo?
The 1996 epic blockbuster
Epic blockbuster.
Independence Day.
Independence Day. We don't
ID4.
have, I think we have gelatinous blob Liz with us today. She does not appear to want to move at
Gel
all.
Liz.
She's just, if you put your hand near her, I bet it would be absorbed and then slowly digested.
Slowly nothing.
My enzymes.
She's translucent and I can see the bones of adventurers inside of her.
Gel Liz
It's-
needs nutrient. It's a quick dissolve.
disgusting. Liz, you are disgusting today.
I know.
She watched this movie twice
I'm not
for
like,
this, to
I
prepare
watched
for this.
movie twice today. I
You
feel
Three
why-
times.
disgusted.
how did you even
She
have
watched
that
this
much
movie
time in
3
your day?
times.
This movie's like 2.5 hours friggin' long.
I had a day off today.
You do have a sweet shirt. Did you steal that from the adventurer you absorbed?
No.
She dropped out of college to watch this movie.
Yes.
Is that what
Accurate.
happened?
It looks like a great shirt. Describe your shirt, Liz.
It says Independence Day.
Weird.
on
Why
it.
are you wearing that?
Just happened.
It's a sweet movie shirt. She's
It's-
been waiting to wear.
We're
this
going to be
episode.
reviewing Independence Day.
Yeah.
That's the movie. this week.
ID4.
ID4.
Yeah.
It came out on the 7th of July,
It did.
which is almost Independence
ID7.
Day. It may be Independence Day somewhere, just not here in America.
Mm.
Yeah, this one came out 96.
96. Not bad.
Not
Not
it's a
bad.
good vintage
Yeah.
96.
So this movie actually has the most miniatures used in
I
film.
loved watching the featurettes for this one because like they just have this New York City and it's suspended kind of like upside down at an angle.
Oh, that's
And then they
huge. Yeah.
light the shit on fire and it's great
That's
to
good. They
watch.
blew up a little White House.
Yeah.
They blew it up. They built one. They blew it up.
Like I saw it at a point in my life where I could have taken that path. The path where I get to blow up little models of little cities and little buildings, but no, I fucked it all up.
We
Joe.
should blow up our own buildings.
We should blow up our miniature buildings. Please.
Yeah, miniature buildings.
Yeah.
The smaller ones.
It's the small ones. 96 had a budget of a bunch of money.
50.
$75 million.
Yeah, $75 million estimated.
Opening weekend. Made most of it back. $50 million bucks.
Yeah, already-
Just in the first weekend. Gross in the United
Books.
States of America as of December 31st, 1990 and 306 million dollars in just the US of A.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Not
pretty
bad.
good. Very America-centric movie, but still made $817 million worldwide gross.
Those are the numbers we're comfortable with. About 800 million worldwide. Yeah.
Yeah, that's big bucks. Can we talk, though, for a minute about how garbage everybody on Rotten Tomatoes seems to think this movie is?
Nobody likes it, huh?
I don't know why. It's got like 63% on Rotten Tomatoes right
It's a
now.
little cliche. I think it's where.
I mean, at
yeah.
that point, when it was released, it was a pretty, I won't say it wasn't contrived, but it was at least interestingly done.
I don't remember anybody really complaining about the jokes and the one-liners that kind of rub me the wrong way now.
Gene and I both voted thumbs down for Independence Day, but we didn't hate it. We just didn't think it was very good. It was kind of a goofy, silly, clunky 1950s flying saucer movie attached to a high-tech and truly brilliant advertising and promotional campaign. TV stations actually sent news crews to interview the people standing in line, talk about a non-event, and so even more people turned up, and it did become an event.
The writer of this movie, Greg. The writer.
Was it Roland Emmerich?
Yeah. You know what about?
Did he
you know,
write it or direct it?
He wrote it and
he wrote
directed
it too? Okay. I
You
wasn't
know,
sure.
you know what else he did?
A lot of stuff?
The Day After Tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh,
You
yeah,
watch
yeah.
that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll watch more of his movies. He's a
Day
disaster
After
movie.
Tomorrow had some very important
creator.
weather in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Recently,
Anyway.
you see some of these taglines?
Yeah, dude, these taglines are great. Don't make plans for August. That's probably my favorite one.
It's the dumbest. What don't be plans for? How do you mean cancel?
You're going to go see this movie and
trip.
you're going to die.
These extraterrestrials don't want to phone home. They want our home.
Ooh, you can't have it, motherfucker.
Them's fighting words.
The day we'll fight back. What the fuck? The Doomsday Ship. How is that a tagline?
Or Earth, take a good look. It could be your last. Once again, come to this movie, but you're probably gonna die.
Right. The question of whether or not we're alone in the universe has been answered.
On July 2nd, 1996, the aliens came. On July 3rd, 1996, the aliens saw and struck. On Independence Day, 1996, the human race will conquer. So that is the whole movie. That is basically the whole plot.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, thank you for. Now we know how that's gonna work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do like this tagline. They only want one thing. Destruction.
Destruction.
But
All
they
capital.
don't. They want our resources. I thought
Yeah.
they made that clear in the movie.
They're not mindless destruction.
Right.
Aliens.
They want our goop.
Yeah, they built.
Warning, your next stop might not be there.
What?
That had to have been on the bus or a train.
Yeah, like
Or
spoiler.
like a subway.
I'm sorry,
or
like a little like a viral marketing
something.
thing.
Yeah.
Did you see the Super Bowl one? That's the only one we haven't read yet.
Enjoy the Super Bowl. It may be your last.
July 2nd, they arrive. July 3rd, they attack. July 4th is Independence Day.
Everybody knows who's in
American
this movie, but just to be clear, Bill Pullman plays the president.
Yes.
Will Smith plays an Air Force captain hoping to become a NASA astronaut. An
Will Smith?
astronaut?
Pretending to be.
Captain Stephen Hiller.
So Will Smith.
Jeff Goldblum plays David Levinson, who is a technology nerd.
Who else in this movie?
Somehow.
Randy
Um,
Quaid is.
Randy Quaid,
Yeah.
Mary McDonnell. But right now, our dream is to take a break, and we'll be back after this message from not sponsors at all, because we are unsponsored.
After these messages.
We'll be right back. Woof, woof.
Have you seen the sneak previews of Independence Day?
Well, I saw that little teaser reel. Looks pretty good. It gave me goosebumps. It's very scary, and I was going with many shots. I was going, wow, wow, oh my God! You know, it's very stunning and scary and awesome.
We're back from our break. Hopefully you bought whatever our advertisers were selling.
mattresses.
Because we'd like a cut.
job mattresses.
We'd like a cut of it. Mattress jobs? Yeah, well, what's going on? So we get this aliens here, yeah?
Yeah, this is an alien movie.
Alien disaster. We've got some people staring at some screens learning about outer space signals. And SETI. SETI is what it is.
SETI?
Search for extraterrestrial intelligence or something like that. Is
Oh,
what it
yeah.
stands
Yeah.
for. And they have a basically radio telescope or receiver sitting up there, and they
And he hit
take
some
this
sick
stuff.
bass.
It's super cool stuff. They really do it for real in real life.
I know.
It's legit.
They're looking for sick bass.
There's a
They're-
Dandy
they're
Warhol
looking
song
for
about it.
they're looking for somebody that can drop it harder than Skrillex,
Yeah.
and they
this
have
guy
yet to
found
find
him.
anybody.
This guy found it. Is basically anybody.
But
any intelligent life out
This
there.
movie has some tougher than Skrillex stuff going on
Tougher than
because they
Skrillex.
found aliens.
They found him.
They're like, "Oh my God, it's coming from the moon," and it's not from the moon though.
No.
It's from this giant space
The
machine.
mothership, Greg.
The mothership.
The mothership. It's coming for him. It's coming for
That mothership.
This movie opens with
That
REM's.
mothershipper.
It's the end of the world as you know it.
It's the end.
Opening the
of
movie with
world
REM is not a
as
great way to
we
win me
know
over,
it.
but this is my favorite REM song. If you
This is your favorite REM song?
I
Not
hate
Shiny
REM.
Happy People.
Nah.
Shiny
This
Happy
one.
People's amazing though.
This one.
It's
But they-
B-52's in there.
That's me in the corner.
That's me in the spotlight, losing my
Is
religion.
that you singing REM like you're the B-52s?
Dude, I know REM.
You know,
I've every REM CD
You
ever
breathe.
made.
REM.
I live
Yeah.
and die by REM.
I know this about you.
You've seen my CD collection. It is literally just REM.
and your tattoos. It's,
I've got every album tattooed on my back. No more room for new albums, but these things happen.
so yeah, it's July 2nd, Greg.
Yeah.
There's a mothership. It shows up. Everybody freaks out. David, the fucking cable repairman from MIT, played by Jeff Goldblum, he finds out that, like, hey, these spaceships are communicating what might be a countdown, and I don't think they're friendly at all. I'm pretty convinced they're not friendly. That countdown is for them to explode the world, which is a pretty big leap.
Yeah,
He's
that
like-
is a giant leap. But
What if
to
it was
be
a countdown
fair-
to say hello?
a countdown to say hello. We are going to put this over all your these destroyers over all your major cities. Not going to say a word to you or attempt any sort of communication or
Yeah.
put people on the ground. It's a fair assumption that they're there to do something bad.
They're parked on the front lawn of the White House. They're just here to say hello. I'm convinced.
If you're the president and you're listening to this podcast, please don't bother calling us. We don't really care that much.
No. There was a Fruitopia.
Fruitopia?
Yeah. A vending machine.
Those drinks, man. Do they still make Fruitopia? That
Nope.
stuff's long gone, right?
No, it's longer, and I wanted one. I was like, kind of want to make a bad choice right now.
I want some sugar water.
Let me
I
go.
want some rebranded Kool-Aid.
They just gave it to us in high school. Like, drink this after you're done at the gym. It's hydrating.
I don't remember that at all.
It's hydrating, Greg.
I do remember Fruitopia being incredibly popular at school. And I
It has
liked
fruit in it, and it's healthy.
the 90s
It's
had
juice.
these flavored drinks, very sugary flavored drinks, and they all had a strawberry kiwi flavor.
Yeah.
Every last one of them had a strawberry kiwi flavored one. And I really miss strawberry kiwi.
And they're all basically soda without bubbly water and sold as juice.
More or less, yeah. They're marketed as a healthier choice because there are no bubbles in it. But there's just as much, if not more, sugar. So
Like Hawaiian Punch.
crack that code.
Hey, if there's a way to pursue happiness, somebody out there will find it. And that's cool by us. You know, we like it when people feel good. That's why we put the fruit in Fruitopia. Because at Fruitopia, we just want to make you feel good.
I relate to Will Smith's character right away because I would totally sleep through the fucking alien earthquake for sure.
Yeah.
It hasn't killed me yet. Go back to bed.
And make a snarky comment about the neighbors.
Till they call me in, I'm gonna.
Yeah. You make fun of the neighbors.
Yeah.
That's me.
Why was peeing?
Oh, looks like the neighbors can't handle the earthquakes.
That was a weird scene too. He's like,
Pussies.
dick in hand, making a comment. Everybody knows my penis is in my hand.
I thought it was a very humanizing moment.
it was.
Because who in this room doesn't pee? The gelatinous cube raised its hand.
Yeah.
Well, I say hand, but it's the adventurer's bones. Most of it's
She purposes
arm
on-
bones
Other
and hand
people's
bones.
hands.
Yeah.
She excretes.
Maybe that person didn't urinate. I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't communicate with the gelatinous cube.
Early on, we get to meet pretty much everybody who's going to be in this movie as it moves forward. We meet Russ, who is
An airplane drunk driver.
an airplane trunk driver and played by what's his fucking
Randy
name?
Quaid.
Randy Quaid.
Yeah,
He was a flyer. He flies planes.
Crop duster.
Crop dusting.
And that's not a fart joke.
He dusts crops.
And one of his kids is basically diet Keanu Reeves. Talks like him, walks like him, looks like him. So at 42 minutes and 47 seconds, we get our first death, Greg.
Pew, pew, pew.
They thought they could communicate. The first stab at communicating with the spaceship was, let's throw some lights onto a helicopter, fly it up to the spaceship, and blink, I guess, machine language at it. This is the thing. In this movie, we find out that, like, these aliens aren't here to be our friends. They're not here to hang out.
They are here to hang out, just not with us.
Not with
they want
us.
us dead.
They're here to take all of our resources.
Yeah. They want to figure out what we've got
Yeah.
and then make sure that it's theirs instead of ours.
Couldn't send a direct signal, right?
You're talking about line of sight.
Yeah, that's right, exactly. The curve of the Earth prevents it. You'd need satellites to relay that signal in order to reach each ship. Well, I found a signal hidden inside our own satellite system.
Excuse me, Mr. Preston. They're starting.
They're using our own satellites against us. And the clock is ticking.
Early on in the movie, all they're doing is they just drop this big fucking energy beam on one of the most iconic disaster movie scenes of all time, which is the energy beam hitting the White House.
Yeah.
And exploding in tiny little toothpicks.
Yeah, absolutely. That is one of the most remembered and spoofed sequences, I feel like, of the 90s.
It also gives us an hour into this movie, gives us a chance to clear out some of these extra characters that are just way too exhausting to keep following around.
Raspy voice guy.
Raspy voice, gay raspy voice guy,
Way
gone.
too much energy.
Yeah. And he dies. He just goes like,
Oh my God.
oh my God.
Oh my God.
That's it. You're so worried about your aunt.
I've got to call my therapist.
You're like,
I got to call my mother.
His
I've got to
mama.
call my lawyer.
the guy is,
forget the lawyer. It was the 90s. They
He
made
was-
lawyer jokes all the time.
you're supposed to say fuck the lawyer, but they were going to get an R rating. So they had to take fuck the lawyer out.
Yeah, so we get the helicopter blowy uppy.
Yeah, so then we know these aliens are not cool.
Not,
right?
at least, maybe it was a miscommunication. No, wait, that's Mars Attacks.
The only thing that drove me crazy was David, the cable repairman. He figured out that there's this countdown, right? So he drives all the way to D.C. because nobody's taking his phone calls. It parks outside the White House, and it just happens that his ex-wife works in the White House close to the president.
Dude, it's Roland Emmerich, man.
Yeah, everything's just so connected,
He
right?
said that he knew how to triangulate her.
He triangulates her with his cell phone. Yep.
With a single
And she's
device,
like,
by the way.
Not again.
How do you do that, Batman? Yeah.
So
Quit
either
stalking me.
he has other devices planted at the White House, or there's some serious screwing up on how triangulation works
So
with
they
cell
let
phones.
so they let this guy who was spying on the White House in, and a guy actually has a history of punching the president. He did this apparently. That's not important either.
He punched him before he was the president.
He did, but still. And they're like, and then they listened to him. So the president was like, so maybe I shouldn't be directly under the spaceship. But he didn't have to stay there.
No.
He could have just moved.
He was trying to be solid with the country. He was,
Well, like-
it was showing that they had nothing to fear from these aliens, and we
Just
shouldn't
fucking lie to me.
immediately panic.
Just fucking lie to me. They have a duplicate Oval Office in the bunker. Just go into that one and be like, yep, still at the White House. Everything's fine.
Definitely right here in the White House.
They fuck up and it's light outside in the windows, but it's actually 10 o'clock at night.
Right.
He's like, in D.C., he's like,
This is a pre-recorded thing. That's why it's lights on. Oh, no, now it's night out there. They flip the switch mid-speech.
The important part is I'm still at the White House.
The important thing is,
Where else could I
you're
possibly
fine.
be?
You're not going to get blown up by crazy space ships.
Bitches.
Just go,
Space bitches.
go to the top of the
Space
building.
pigeons.
Space pigeons are going to fuck you up. You're going to fly right up your booty hole, those space pigeons.
Coming for your
They're going to
breadcrumbs.
beak their way into your booty hole, and
Coming for your
they're going
breadcrumbs.
to undigest your breadcrumbs, eat them, and then poop them out into your digestive system.
Space pigeons are terrifying.
Yeah, space pigeons make you poop your own poop twice. It's gross. It's really bad stuff.
So, other than space pigeons, this movie starts to lose plot points quick.
It's just
But right here,
everything blows up.
the
and
president's
now-
finally like, maybe we should evacuate, right? Maybe
Yeah.
we should go.
You know what? Everybody's leaving these cities. Maybe we should also do that.
And he gets away because he's the president.
And
he has Jeff Goldblum
he's
with him.
Bill Pullman.
Yeah.
So,
Bill Pullman has Jeff Goldblum. His wife isn't so lucky. She's off in fucking L.A. doing some bullshit. And,
Oh, I'm the first lady. I have to do stuff.
yeah. Like, not.
Horse crap. What it is.
Yeah, should have got the safety too. Instead, she fucking pays the ultimate price.
Yeah, she dies.
Yeah. But wait, later, you have to, like, watch her die slowly, so that's nice.
Yeah.
So, this is where we find out what Will Smith does for a living. He flies jet planes.
He's
for
an
the
astronaut.
Black Knights. Well, he's an aspiring astronaut.
He's an aspiring astronaut.
An expired astronaut.
He's an expired astronaut. He's actually denied.
Oh, he
his
did get denied right here in
astronauthood.
this movie, right?
And we
They're like,
find out that he's going to propose to his girlfriend. And there's like a gay marriage joke
stripper
that we're supposed
girlfriend.
to think is funny.
Yeah. But it's a good thing he didn't get to go to space because we need him here on Earth.
Right. Because what if he'd have gone to space and found the aliens and joined up? Then we'd have been fucked.
Yeah, because
What if he became an alien?
good stuff happens when Will Smith is around.
Mhm.
All, like, things just happen for this man, except for being accepted into astronaut school.
Let's go to a break. Take us to a break, gelatinous Liz.
This is a break now. We're going to go to a break.
Independence Day, finally, man, 2016.
That's right. Yeah.
Why did it take so long,
I'm not,
man?
I'm not doing it. I'm not. Don't get that look on.
I
Don't
love that
get.
movie so much.
So you're not
Listen,
doing it?
I'm not in. Okay, guys, listen. There are,
We are going to talk about
Is that your favorite? What's your favorite Will Smith
No.
movie? Is that your favorite one?
Probably
She's-
Independence Day. I
she's-
love Independence Day.
she
Well, you gotta
wasn't
start saying
born for
focus,
half
though.
of my movies.
Yeah, right.
I'm back. Richard and
He's
Liz
back.
have joined, and Richard is being slowly digested by Liz. The beautiful sight. They're finally joined as one.
It tickles until it itches.
We are also reviewing Voodoo Ranger, Atomic Pumpkin, I'm assuming some sort of ale. 6.4% alcohol by volume,
By volume.
and it is from the which
New
brewery?
Belgium.
New Belgium Brewing Company. Where are they?
Next to Old Belgium Brewing Company.
Yeah.
Boston?
Boston?
No.
They Boston. Don't spill beer all over my couch, lizard.
It is a pumpkin ale
It's a pumpkin ale,
featuring cinnamon
cinnamon, nutmeg.
and
Is there nutmeg in there?
habanero
Oh, that's where the
Chili
spicy
peppers.
was.
for just the right amount of heat.
It is not a drink it from me. I took a drink and immediately
Give it to Liz.
gave it to Liz and
I like
said,
it.
"No, thank you." Liz has
don't
had
like
like 4 of the
pumpkin spice
motherfuckers.
I
So
have. Oh, it's from
Spicy.
Colorado. I was wrong.
that's close. Oh, they do Fat Tire, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew that.
I hate that one.
Well, I don't love it. So it's spicy, which is true. It's a bit pumpkin-y, which is true. Tastes a bit cinnamony, which is true. And all these things that they say on their label are not lies. But if they say it's delicious, they are lying.
I don't mind it. If you handed me one, I would drink it.
I would not.
I'll never buy it again, though.
Wouldn't buy it, but enjoying it now.
You guys did buy it, though.
Wouldn't buy it again, I guess.
Wouldn't buy it.
Atomic, because it has the word atomic in it, and we were lacking in UFO-themed beers.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal with
Try.
that is. You'd think that UFO beers
You
would be
would think.
everywhere,
Maybe
especially
it's a
with us
summer
living so
thing.
close to Area 51.
Yeah, right next to it. They had beer,
Just a
UFO
few
beers all
states
summer,
away.
and none when we went there today.
Yeah, they fucked us.
Other than Space Rock, but we already did that for.
Apparently, UFO
one.
beers are summer theme.
Yeah, apparently.
And so we're finally like gonna take a bit of an offensive against these alien motherfuckers
Because-
that are over here murdering us.
We didn't scramble our fighters as soon as the aliens showed up. That's
Yeah,
how fucking much confidence we had.
There's no fucking way that any president ever, period, no matter what, would not have immediately gotten people on high fucking alert and ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, all the Will Smiths fighting for his friends die, one right after another.
Oh, yeah.
All the Will Smiths in the universe.
No, Will Smith can't die.
Will Smith, there is no universe
He doesn't get
where
hurt.
Will Smith is dead. No,
No.
in
We're
all
all
the
of his
multidimensional
clones.
possibilities, there's not one where Will Smith does not exist as he does today.
There are barely any where he doesn't just
Except
like
for one
rise
very,
victorious.
very dark Hitch universe
I don't like it.
where he's the matchmaker guy.
He dies violently in that one.
Yeah, that's the one where he dies violently. The rest are fine.
So all Will Smith's friends perish. It's like, oh no, that one's got shields too. You know,
Oh no, the shields! Pew,
Ah.
pew, pew.
they all die. His best friend dies last. They don't get to smoke the cigars together.
And they're yelling at each
Daddy.
other, talking to each other.
Quipping the whole time.
Quipping.
Nobody's taking it seriously.
Yeah, oh, let's just shoot aliens. I mean, they're just trying to kill us and everybody on Earth, right? Let's get
We're gonna get up there. We don't know
Yankee.
anything about them. They only have advanced technology and just fucking hover there.
blasted the shit out of everything.
Murder killed the entire army and the base. They went after the base too. They're like, oh, you got a base over here? We'll take care of that for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no base.
Blow shit up, no base.
But now Will Smith. Will Smith is a lone survivor. He drops a parachute on an alien ship.
Yes.
From the back of his, like his landing chute.
Yep.
From the back of his jet.
Can you even do that in a jet?
If you're Will Smith, you
Smith
can. Otherwise, Will Smith would be dead.
Will Smith would be
Like
dead.
the very violent universe of Hitch.
Like the Hitch universe.
The Hitch universe. We're about to get to one of the most important scenes in maybe all of cinematic history.
He has an alien, he being Captain Stephen Hiller, has a fucking spaceship on his tail, shooting his little green shit. Don't you shoot that green shit at me.
Shoot that green shit at me. He listens.
He said it, but he keeps shooting.
Yeah.
And Will Smith is like, fine, fuck you, buddy. And he makes him fly into a fucking wall by shooting that parachute on his shit.
Yeah.
I'm going to assume that the alien's all fucked up and concussed because Will Smith opens the hatch to the spaceship and punches an alien right in the damn head after saying,
Welcome to Earth.
Did he? He drags this fucking alien across the desert
full
for
fucking
3
desert
hours.
For 3 hours?
Somehow it wasn't dead.
How is it 3 hours?
It was 3 hours. And there's a line in that where he's walking, he goes, "What's that smell?" And that was for real, because apparently that desert smells like decomposing shrimp brine, because the shrimp die in this like shallow water.
Oh, okay. So
he was just really
okay.
upset that it smelled like shrimp carcass.
What an amazing place the desert is.
What a magical
Nature's miracle.
what a magical
Gross.
sandbox.
Just a bunch of
Everything
dead-
smells like death here.
Dead shit
Come
cooking
to
in
the,
the
desert,
sun.
where we won't kill you, hopefully.
So this is where everybody meets at Area 51. It's like this magical thing.
We have this
movie's
giant
we're all at
fucking
Area 51.
RV caravan.
Everybody shows up with inflatable alien dolls and T-shirts and.
We gotta go to this base. What base? There's no base on my map. Not gonna be on your map.
Not gonna be on your
The
map.
base is Senor Frogs, Area 51.
Friggin' Roland Emmerich, get out of here.
Hey man, it turns out we have a base full of aliens and spaceships that are exactly like these. It's the first thing you say when the aliens show up. And you
Yes.
have that information.
Yeah, you absolutely 100% tell the president, we know a little bit about these guys. They're probably not the friendliest of guys.
They shouldn't look
Whoops.
friendly.
Really like big time whoops.
He doesn't say anything. That's the biggest
Plausible
plot hole to me.
deniability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They all get to Area 51 one way or the other. Who the fuck cares? They all
On
end up,
foot and then in an RV.
Yeah.
They get there and they're like, oh shit, we've had aliens this whole time and nobody's fucking sharing this information.
And then
with
Will Smith just
humanity?
happens to show up with one at that place. Like, I got one too. You guys got a couple here.
I've got one to add to your collection, space people, man. I'm going to put this out there. If I ever crashed my jet in the desert, I would have no fucking clue where I am or where I'm going. I would die of exposure within minutes, I imagine.
The president is hanging out with in Area 51 of all these aliens.
Yeah.
And the alien that Will Smith brought that's alive ends up taking over Data's,
Brent
who's one of the
Spiner.
scientists.
Yeah.
Yeah. Takes over his brain and can talk to the president. So he kills a bunch of the scientists. They try to dissect him while he's alive.
Yeah.
That wasn't very cool of them.
And they share a mind link, the president and the thing, and they realize that the alien. Is there a name for these aliens? They
No.
gotta have. There's gotta be some internet forum where they're like, these aliens are called the such and such.
The Suchapods or whatever. Yeah. Because they're
Suchapods, that's good enough.
Suchapods.
Yeah, the
So these
Suchapods.
Suchapods can communicate telepathically, apparently. And he links up with the president and is like, hey, guess what? We just want your shit. You're going to die. And the president's like, oh, shit. They just want our shit and we're going to die.
The president took his brain, took the alien's brain with him, and the alien took the president's brain with him, but the president didn't die, so now the president knows things.
Yeah.
Bad plan by the alien, by the way.
Yeah, don't just tell him your secrets.
Yeah. Then the alien gets shot to death because he basically just told them we were going to kill them. It was bad strategy because now the president knows there's no chance for peace. And he's like, let's nuke those bastards because it wouldn't be a disaster movie if we didn't try to solve it with nuclear
We
missiles.
didn't try to nuke those bastards.
Yeah.
If you got to nuke the bastards, you got to nuke the bastards. These are things
That's
that
like,
happen.
they just nuke Houston. It's not a huge loss.
Yeah, it's just Houston.
Yeah.
Not like millions and millions and millions of people live there.
Well, they should have left when the spaceship showed up.
They probably were mostly gone after
Yeah.
the first explosion wiped out most of Houston.
But as usual, the nukes do no good. There's never been a movie other than Crack in the World
Where a nuke has been helpful.
at all. Yeah. And
Yeah.
Now it's just to solve a nuke problem. They use a nuke to solve a nuke problem. That was a little different situation. Oh yeah. Also, one of my favorite moments in this movie, Greg, was when Will Smith steals a helicopter and goes and like finds his wife immediately,
Oh yeah.
who also happens to be hanging out with the first lady. What a coincidence. They found each other all in the same
It's
place.
amazing, isn't it? How all these things happen.
But the first lady is so hurt that she's dying of internal bleeding, but looks fantastic.
She looks great,
until
right?
the end.
She's such a beautiful woman too.
Yeah, and she's not. Doesn't look like she's in any pain. Doesn't even look that dirty. I look worse in the morning. She's been sleeping on the ground for 2 days while bleeding internally after crashing in a helicopter, and she looks better than I do. Will Smith does find
Will
his wife.
Smith does find his
Captain, whatever his name
not
is.
wife yet, his girlfriend.
His girlfriend, who he marries in about 5 seconds.
Yeah.
He finds her, finds his soon-to-be adopted son or stepson, and finds the first lady. The first lady dies when she gets back to Area 51.
No technology to do this with. He's just like, fuck it, I'll fly
Yeah.
around and fucking find shit.
He just shows up. My favorite part, though, is he does threaten that guy who tries to stop him from stealing the helicopter. It's a big guy, and he goes, just tell him I hit you. And the guy looks incredulous. I'm like, Will Smith, this man just fucking knocked out an alien for 3 hours in one punch.
Exactly.
Don't
an
believe
alien
you.
in an exoskeleton, fucking armored ass shit,
Don't
and then
believe
dragged
you.
it across the
Yeah.
desert. He's got some kind of mojo.
And he looks
They'll
great.
believe you.
Anyways, like I said 3 times already, but the first lady does die when she gets back.
God, does she die
And
in
it's,
this?
Yeah, but it's like really like
Oh, jeez.
anticlimactic. You don't even get the like.
Oh,
"Boo."
jeez. She dies.
And the president lies to her. And he goes, "You're gonna be fine." Oh wait. Oh, sorry. You're so broken up. I thought we were.
Oh, jeez.
He rushes his daughter out of the room during her mother's last moments of life, and then tells her, goes out into the hallway and goes, "Yeah, mommy's sleeping." Yeah. She goes, "Is mommy sleeping?" He goes, "Yeah."
I'll tell you what,
mommy's
Richard,
sleeping.
You go tell my kids how to deal with death.
You're gonna wake them up. It's past their bedtime.
They are both in bed. So fucking, where the fuck are we in this goddamn movie?
No, David is a genius.
David, super genius David's like, let's fucking hammer out a virus real
While a
quick.
stereotypically Jewish father yells at him for not being Jewish enough, he goes, "Wait a minute, that's it. Disease, like War of the Worlds. I'm gonna fucking like
He's the Schlemiel and the Schlemazel.
the Shamil and the Shemazel." He goes, "You guys ever seen War of the Worlds? That's how this movie ends too, but it's a computer virus this time. Get it? Get it?"
Mm-hmm.
So David hacks the alien language
with an apple.
How did you do that?
I gave it a code. I gave it a virus. Computer virus.
Are you telling us you can send out a signal that will disable all their shields?
That's right, just like they used our satellites against us. We can use their own signal against them.
And he demonstrates this by letting the soldier guy shoot the can off. But the first time he shoots it, the force field is still active, and the bullet just
ricochets. And
in my version, somebody goes down. I don't care who, but somebody's just out of the movie.
Yeah,
because of that bullet. Maybe like the president just gets it right in the head. He's like,
"Oh, come on, Richard."
He's like, "Listen, that was a big mistake. I get that, but you're really gonna want to see what I had to show you next." Yeah. And then he drops the shield and shows that he can hack the shield with malware. I just want to believe that he's like, there's just a bunch of ads for like penis enlargement all over the the screen on the monitors as like the ships are exploding.
Do those aliens have pornography?
That's the thing. It's just
are they sexual beings at all? Anyway, what are we doing now? We're about
so he shows
to
you can hack the Gibson.
Yeah,
with
we're
the
about to
Apple.
fight these motherfuckers.
So he's like, we could do this, and so they communicate with the whole world. They're like, let's use Morse code because our satellites have been hijacked by this aliens. They use Morse code to coordinate an attack. They're gonna drop the shields.
Yep.
You get a couple battles, Greg. It doesn't matter. It's the same as the other battles.
Yeah, it's not going well. It's very one-sided. The aliens are fucking shit up.
We can take a couple of them out, but it's okay. We don't have to kill all the aliens. We don't have enough pilots. That's why Russ, the drunken pilot, gets to fly with them, and the president does.
Yeah,
because they're like, we don't have enough pilots.
As they start to fire a beam, we figure out a way to take them down.
Yeah. Every time I watch this movie, I go, if the president's missile just would have hit instead of hitting that door, if he just would have waited, been patient, dipped the nose of his airplane, something, this movie would have ended differently.
Yeah, different angle of attack would have made a world of difference.
Russ has to give his life in a kamikaze attack.
The important thing is here, that in one of the original edits of this, one of the original cuts of this movie, he was going to do it in a fucking biplane with a bomb strapped to the bottom of it.
Well, that's amazing.
That would have
And
been way
they're
better.
like, it's actually in the extra features of the movie.
That's amazing.
It's ridiculous, and it looks ridiculous. Feller and Feller 2, we got Will Smith and Jeff Goldblum flying an alien spacecraft
Right.
up to the mothership so they can try and deploy this virus to take the shields down on everything that's on Earth.
Will Smith has just about as much chance of flying this thing properly as Jeff Goldblum does at writing a virus that's going to be effective. So, of course, he can do it.
Yeah,
He's like, I saw
naturally.
this. I saw it maneuver. I'm qualified. Completely ignoring the fact that these aliens have like tentacles and all this shit.
Right,
And
they've got fucking mind powers that they could be doing shit with.
But
No, Will Smith can just steer it. No big deal.
He's Will Smith.
With his Scientology powers.
With his Scientology power. Wait, Will Smith's a Scientologist?
Yeah, very much so.
Oh, no.
Quietly so.
Oh, no.
Quietly so.
Will Smith,
But
if you're
for a long
listening to
time.
this, please stop. So we fly up there, and there's a problem. They get, like, autopiloted in.
Yeah. And their nuclear missile that they're supposed to drop still has to be deployed, but they can't get their ship to release from the clamps.
Mm-hmm.
They can't get out.
Good.
But they light up their cigars because those fucking cigars, and they're like, yep, I guess we're going to die here.
That lady's singing.
I guess this is Armageddon. We're going to die up here, this nuclear missile. But it's not Armageddon.
It's not. It's not Bruce Willis.
Oh, another movie where nuclear missiles solved the problem. Fortunately, this fucking missile doesn't shoot all the way through the ship and go out the other side. Because when they shoot it, it starts flying through walls
Yeah.
and stuff. And I'm like, it just, how funny would that be if it just went out the other side and just kept going?
But the
into
important thing
space?
is that it actually fired, and they can leave now.
Yeah. Somehow their
ship is declamped.
They have 30 seconds, which isn't enough time to get away from the shockwave, but it's a movie. They land, everything explodes, they save the world on July 4th, and Will Smith and Jeff Goldblum have the best hero walk of any of these movies, in my opinion.
I mean, it was pretty much straight out of Top Gun.
Yeah. But like Jeff Goldblum's walk, he's like dancing while he's walking. It's just like this silly little like
Yeah, it's a silly strut.
That's what I would do because I wouldn't be able to take myself seriously even if I had saved the planet. I would just be like, yeah.
Right.
Save the fucking planet.
That's right.
Y'all, I'm the best.
Please stop looking at me.
Watch
But
This is
also,
weird.
I'm
Victory strut.
dancing.
It would be weird to run right now after
So-
just saving the planet.
We're gonna get weird and take a break.
As Jeff Goldblum.
And when we get back, we are going to give you our final thoughts and our final recording review scores and a gold bar. One of those things is not true.
Perhaps it's fate that today is the 4th of July. And you will once again be fighting for our freedom. Not from tyranny, oppression, or persecution, but from annihilation. We're fighting for our right to live, to exist. And should we win the day, the 4th of July will no longer be known as an American holiday, but as the day when the world declared in one voice, we will not go quietly into the night. We will not vanish without a fight. We're going to live on. We're going to survive. Today, we celebrate our Independence Day.
Let's come back and do our reviews.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Dun 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 dun. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. We're back
I'm glad we practiced that.
from
perfect.
break, which was a couple minutes.
Okay. What I liked about this movie was some of the dialogue was still pretty funny. Some of it was a little dated. I enjoyed the pacing. I enjoyed some of these movies that don't take themselves too seriously. Nobody ever looks too hurt. Even like the first lady not looking that bad off when she died. It's kind of soap opera-esque. Nothing is too serious. Doesn't drag you down too far. What I didn't really care for was it was 2 hours and like 15 minutes long, and there's an extended cut, and nothing really happens in that space. It doesn't need to be that long. And we say it a lot, but it doesn't. There was that scene when they were leaving the mothership. That was the longest, slowest fucking like spaceship battle I've ever seen. It was so
Have you ever seen a
fucking
spaceship
slow.
fly so slowly?
Yeah, Liz and I watched it again today. Right before we came over, I was like, Liz, have you ever seen a spaceship fly so slowly? It's going so fucking slow. Overall, though, I think this is a piece of like American culture. I think it's always
this
going to
movie's
be
a big deal. I can get behind that.
It's better than Armageddon. It's better than the movies that try to do it.
God,
again.
yeah, it's better than Armageddon.
It's got charm. The guy, what's his face? The guy who wrote it. What was his name?
Roland Emmerich.
He was having a good time with this. You could tell. I give this one a 6.78.
6.78 on the Richter scale.
Yeah, on the Richter scale.
Liz, you're up. What did you like? What didn't you like?
Well,
What's
I
your-
paid $1.80 at Value World for this T-shirt, so 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10 for the T-shirt. What about the movie?
Yeah, the movie too.
Okay, shirt's a 10 out of 10. Movie's a 10 out of
Except
10.
too long.
She loved everything except it's too long. I loved this movie. I loved the level in Star Fox 64 that was clearly inspired by this movie.
Right.
And I'm a big fan. I like the practical effects were really well done and really cool. The special effects, the CG was really well done and really cool. Overall, this movie looked pretty good. It wasn't. I mean, there were too many subplots, too many threads to pull. Other than that, it was a fine watch. I would give this one a 7.5 on the Richter scale. All right, well that wraps up another episode of the What a Disaster podcast.
Another one.
Yeah. Thanks
Nice.
for taking your time and joining us. We really like it. We like being your podcast of choice while you're
listening
Doing things.
to this and maybe doing stuff. We might be back next week, but who knows? We're pretty lazy.
At this point, it's hard to say. We're
Feel
just
free
fucking
check out our show notes for info on the beer we drank or for contact info. And, obviously we're going to give you the contact info. So whatadisasterpod.com is our website. You can check us out there. You got at PODWAD Podwad on Twitter. You can find us on the Facebook. We're on Instagram as WadPod. And guess what? More than anything else, we love phone calls, voicemails, text messages, all that good stuff. And you can call us on our Red Phone hotline at 209-781-9113. I deliberately put the 911 in there when I picked the phone number.
That's great.
Wanted to make sure I
Don't
had
start with the
911.
last part of the phone number.
209-781-9113. Hooray.
Hooray. Thank you for listening to episode, I believe, 23 of What Is
Episode 20 something.
Can you believe we're at 20s? Like, we're almost got a year into this motherfucker.
Pretty great.
I'm
thrilled.
I'm always happy when I do something. They don't quit right away.
I've
Oh, I didn't quit
so
right
many
away.
movies I never thought I'd see.
Oh, yeah, these are all really stupid movies. I mean, great movies. Thank you. Bye. Greg, are you sleeping? No. Can I have you sleep? Oh, no, he's on sleep.
I love you. Bye.
All right, guys. Oh man, Richard, I'm tired, buddy.
So this movie
Let's do this
opens
thing.
with Greg being tired.